Hello everyone, hope you are doing well. In this video, I will explain about HQL select, that means retrieve operation, and insert, that means save operation in Spring Boot. So here HQL stands for Hibernate Query Language. So we have started series of videos making by using here. Let's go to the playlist. So in playlist, we are started making videos by using SQL, JPQL, native SQL, and criteria, right? So in that, this is the second video in this playlist. In this playlist, this is the second video. In post video, we are using Tuple, Tuple, right? Tuple, Tuple based Tuple. It will perform only select operation like similar to joins. By using joins, we can retrieve, right? By using joins, we can retrieve data either in single table or multiple tables. Joins works only with select operation, right? Similar tuple will work with only select operation, but HQL will work with select, insert, update, and delete, right? HQL will work with select, update, delete, and limited insert operations. So today our topic is HQL select and insert in Spring Boot. Two steps, right? Post I will do, insert like save operation I will do in HQL. After that, retrieve select operation I will do. Easy way and recommended approach. This is the part 2 video. We are making series of videos on SQL, JPQL, native SQL, criteria, and JDBC. So let's get started. First, I will add some bullet points about HQL, some theory points about HQL. Then I can start the development of Spring Boot project. In that Spring Boot project, I will or to do save operation and retrieve operation. So this is the step one theory part. So first we need to understand theory, right? So this is the theory part. HQL. Tell me the abbreviation of HQL. Hibernate Query Language. HQL stands for Hibernate Query Language. So first we need to understand what is the tuple HQL JPQL. So tuple, it will works only with select operation like retrieve operation, select keyword, related operations. It will work in SQL similar to joins. Joins also will work with select only, right? Joins will work single table or multiple tables. Both tuple and joins joins are works with select select operation or retrieve operation. So next one, HQL stands for Hibernate Query Language. So it will perform select operations, update, delete, and limited insert. Limited insert. Third one, JPQL, Java Persistent Query Language. It will perform select, update, and delete. So tuple mostly used for the retrieving specific records. Suppose you have a employee table. In that employee table, multiple columns are there. Suppose 10 columns are there. You want to retrieve 5 columns, then it is recommended to go for the tuple. So HQL, it will perform these operations like select, update, delete, limited insert, JPQL, select, update, delete operations. So let's deep dive into HQL. So it is object based SQL. It is object based SQL. That means I will show in last video. See, select c dot id as id, c dot name as name, c dot mail as mail from customer C. That means this object based SQL, right? So HQL works with entity, class names, and field names. I will open the last video. So let's go to the last video. This is the customer. While we are preparing SQL query, we need to mention the entity class names and field names. Field names. So entity class names and field names. It is object based SQL. Second point. So SQL queries. SQL queries are SQL queries are written based on database database tables and their columns, whereas HQL queries whereas HQL HQL queries are written based on entity classes and their fields their fields their fields. So this is the second point. Understand, right? HQL queries are written based on entity classes and their fields. Third point, each HQL query is represented by a query object. Query object. Query object. Each HQL query is represented by a query object. Fourth point. If you want to fetch or retrieve fetch all columns values in HQL then select keyword is optional. For example from employee. So table name I will make like a capital from employee. So fifth point, let's understand the fourth point. If you want to fetch all columns values in HQL, then the select keyword is optional. For example, from employee. Fifth point, HQL keywords are not case sensitive, but entity classes and fields are case sensitive. These are the 5 points about HQL. So once more I will repeat, these are the important points. So first I'm started with theory. HQL stands for Hibernate Query Language. So Tuple in post video TUBLE we are using this one. So it will support only fetch or retrieve operation, that means select operation. Similar to joins also supports only select operation. HQL will support select, update, delete and limited insert. JPQL select, update and delete. So comparison between Tuple and HQL always every record, like every row, it will like a one object, but it is not like that. Tuple is not like that. It will retrieve specific columns, so not the objects. Coming to HQL, Hibernate Query Language, it is object-based SQL. SQL queries are written based on database tables and their columns, like based on entity class name and column names. So we are writing the SQL queries, right? Each HQL query is represented by a query object. So each HQL query represented by a query object. If you want to fetch all columns values in SQL, then the select keyword is optional. See here, I am not mentioning any select keyword. I want to fetch each employee row. So select star from employee, right? That is also correct. We can also use like from employee. HQL keywords are not case sensitive, but entity classes and fields are case sensitive. So HQL keywords are not case sensitive, like select is not case sensitive, but entity classes and fields are case sensitive. So we are understand 3 points, right? Now this is the post video. I will provide in description of this video this link. So if you are not watched, please go through post this video. So let's get started development. So file, new, Spring Starter project. Let's add project name like Spring underscore boot underscore HQL underscore select underscore insert select underscore insert underscore example. This is the part 2 video. Same, paste in description. We are doing the save operation and retrieve operation. Next, so Lombok require, verb require, MySQL I am using data JPA. Next, finish. So this is the part 2 video, part 1. This is the part 1 video. Let's make it as part 1. So refactor, rename -1. This is the part 1 video, right? Meanwhile, let's add some of the projects as well. Okay, keep it. This is the part 2, right? Let's copy the application dot properties. It will save our some time. Control C. In post video, I am added. These are key value pairs. This is second video, right? See, data source, driver class name, URL, username, password, JPA, Hibernate properties, DDL, auto, so SQL, dialect. So these are the properties. So I don't want to use application properties. I will convert this to YAML file. Now onwards I will move to YAML. So let's check is there any way to convert dot properties to YAML. Spring convert dot properties to YAML, right? See now conversion to YAML from properties format. Formal report. Okay. Let's remove this. So go to entity manager. Let's add this one here. Here let's add this one. Close this. So application dot YML file is ready, right? So now let's add the entity. So close this one. Right click new class. Which class we want to use? Employee dot entity. Finish. Fields. We need fields, right? Let's take 3 fields. Private, long ID, private, string name, private double salary. So primary key is mandatory. ID. We need to at the rate of ID is nothing but primary key. So generated value like incremental sequence I am not using. I will manually add this ID at the rate of generated value. Like suppose I will add, so I am not using generated value is equal to strategy generated type dot increment. It is recommended. MySQL recommended. This I am not using, so I am commented. So column names I am not changing. Same column names I want same, but here to map entity to database table we need to mention entity So some other annotations like setter, getter. So toString instead of printing, if you are not added toString, it will print as code to avoid that. All are constructor, no are constructor. All are constructor, no are constructor. So control S. These I am removing. Commented, right? Because of commented some code. So it is like showing unused imports. So my entity is done. So three fields: ID, name, salary, employee. So let's make table name as a capital. So suppose name. Let's make capital employee. Right? HQL will work with like this class name, fields names. It is case sensitive. Don't use like employee with all letters capital. It will not work. We can also check it will be working or not. We can also do experiment. First we need to insert, and second post operation insert. After that, second operation save, right? In save we can test this also. It will working or not. So this is the done. Next service. Before service, let's create the and repo. So class repository dot, let's take the interface dot repo employee repo extends JPA repository. Mention here type. Type is the entity. ID means primary key. Wrong. Finish. So import it. Employee. This is the done, right? So if you want, you can annotate at repository. It is optional, but I am adding. So it is optional only. If you want to add, else you can ignore. So class, I'm creating another package. Service, employee, service. If you want to, you can create one interface. You can add all methods. Then you can create AMPL. But this is a small project, so I am not creating any interface kind of. Just I am going with IMPL class. At service, next. So let's create post method. In this service, let's create post method. So suppose post save operation, right? Public void save or insert, right? Both are same. Insert employees. If not, exits. So like we are passing primary key as a manually we are passing, right? If I will stop this application and run, it may give error like constant error. Primary key already exist kind of. So first I will check this particular record already exist or not. If not exist, then only save into database. So some that logic I want to build. So first I need to check it is this record already exist in DB or not. If not exist, then only save into DB. So import java.detail, import employee. So now employee, so dot for each. So I'm looping. So EMP lambda. Now let's check if EMP, let's check. So to check here, this is the list. I am used one of the list method for each. I want to check for that private final employee repo. Employee repo use required or constructor employee repo dot exists by ID. How to get ID? This is employee there, right? employee dot get ID. We are using long block connotations, right? So get ID. Now where this exists by ID available, this method is available. See, code repository where extends our enterprise extends JPA repository. It is code repository. Let's check what are the implementations. So this is the child of code repository. So this is the JPA repository is a child. It is a code repository is a parent. So for this repository is a parent. Like see how this is relation, like I will add some diagram kind of we can understand easily. Like repository inside repository card repository inside card JPA 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 repository. Like this is the parent, this is the child, this is the child, this is the parent, this is the child, like that. I am closing. So now our class is a child, JPA repository is a parent. See, JP repository is a parent, our class is a child. What our parent methods are there, we are accessing here. So we are accessing, we are extended from this. Whatever existing available functionality, we are accessing from our class, right? So now it is nothing but exists by ID. This particular ID related row already exists in database or not, we are checking. So if not exist, we need to make not exist, then save all. Save all. We need to add. So if we want to, let's see, save all. That means let's check employees list. If you are passing list, we can do like this, but we are iterating, right? Each record, then use save, save emp. So this will exist by ID. If exist, if that record is already there, then it will be true. To our case, if it is the if that record is already available, this must be false. Then not equal to. We need to add not. If that record already exists, don't enter into this if condition. Are adding if that record already exists in database, do not enter into if condition. I'm saying do not enter into if condition. So this is the done. Let's say transactional. So transactional. See, let's take spring transactional. Let's read. When this annotation is declared at the class level, it appears to be default all methods of the declaring class and its subclasses node. No, this does not apply to. So some theory about it. So we are applying to here method level, right? So we can also apply it at the class level as well. The why at transactional, why I am using a transactional. So see, while executing this method, if any error occur between any error occur, I am saying revert back. So I will explain clearly. Listen. Suppose this is the list of employees. I have list of employees. Suppose example 10 employees are there. So 5 employees successfully saved. After that, due to some issue in DB something, like it is failed, like 5 records are saved, 6 to 10 records are failed. Then I'm saying revert 5 records already saved, 5 records also revert. So if it is successful, save 10 records successfully, else revert back, revert delete already saved record into database. I am saying like that. So if successful, everything successful, if anything is failed, so revert back normally. So this is the like that. So now let's add the runner. So let's add the runner. So right click new class employee runner. So interface command line runner. So it will override the run method. Right? We need to annotate at component. Spring bean. It will by using this annotation, it will create bean for this class. That means object for that class. So we need to inject here. So service private. I will use constructor injection. So private final employee service employee service. So let's inject required or constructor maximize control S. Now let's hardcode some employee objects. See here in entity we are used all are constructor. So let's use constructor all are constructor to so some hardcode some employees. Suppose listed of listed of some employee records. New new employee new employee, right? So three records. Suppose one long, right? So I am adding L. Suppose name Alice. So salary 400 double, right? This is the one record. I will add another two records. So two, three. So let's add name like a Charlie's. So it is like a 600. So third BOB. Third otherwise barley. It is the so 300 salary. Where recorded where hard coded three employee objects, right? So let's store into some reference variable list. This is the list, right? Employee, suppose employees. So employees. Suppose font command hard coded employees. Employees. We are hard coded few employees, right? Next, by using service, we are in service, we are developer, right? Insert employees if not exists. This we can call. So some command insert only if not exists not exists. This dot let's call insert employees if not exists. So this one we need to pass this one here. So right. So let's run up to the part one. So insert in database insert query like same operation we are performed by using HQL Hibernate query language. So let's run. If it is successful, then see let's move this to runner package. Moves to runner, right click, run as Spring Boot app. So see create table created, right? So created and insert query also there. Insert queries. Insert queries also there, right? So let's check. These are the tables, existing tables. Let's I will refresh it. Refresh it. Now see employee. Let's check records. See three records are there. So first operation is done. Let's develop the second operation. That means get, right? Get all employees by using HQL. So now public get all employees. That means list of employee. Suppose fetch all employees in HQL. Fetch all employees in HQL. Straight away I will return. So we need to inject private final entity manager. Entity manager. Entity manager. Entity manager dot create query. Create. See, so many overloaded methods are there. Create query. We need to pass query and class type. String SQL string and class, right? See, 1 point we are added. So here 1 point we are added. Each HQL query is represented by a query object. So query. So each HQL object is a one query object, right? So we need to pass query after that class. Which class? Employee class. Employee dot class. So which class? Employee dot class, right? After that we need to convert result set. Result set. What it will return? List of employees. See what it will return? List of employees. Before this, what it will return? See what it will return. So let's go to this method. What it will return? Type T. Type it query. Some object it will return, not the. Suppose let's remove this. See now what is saying? So type it query. Okay, control Z dot get result set. So let's add private final string capital. So insert is done, right? Select HQL. Select HQL query. Select HQL query from employee. I said right 1 point here. Fourth point, if you want to fetch all columns values in HQL, then the select keyword is optional from employee, like that. So from employee, E capital, right? Employee. So let's make from employee case sensitive. These are the case sensitive. So let's select HQL query. This here. So this is the done service logic. Let's go to the runner. So let's go to the runner. Now let's add some command. Fetch using HQL. Fetch using HQL. Employee service dot fetch all employees in HQL. It will return the list of objects. List of employee. So employees. Suppose employees response. We can iterate by using list, right? For each we can iterate. So I will use method reference. Suppose system dot out double colon print, right? So let's rerun this application. Let's stop the server. After that, some cases we will discuss. So right click, run a Spring Boot app. Some important edge cases we can discuss. See, employee 1. These are the 3 employees. So let's use println. Here we are used print only, I think. ln. So let's stop the server. See, we are run first time, right? We are not mention this condition. It will try to try to save again the list of employees. That means we are passed 3 employees, right? It will try to save. So it is like a duplicate kind of. and primary key also there. It will fail to constraint, violates constraint, some error we get. That's why we are added that right. So see, in conjure some insert queries and select queries will be there, like some select queries only. So first time it will be inserted, second time onwards only retrieve. Because of that only select queries are there, right? So let's run again. We have changed print to println. It will print in 3 lines. Yeah, it is printing in 3 lines, right? So let's one use case, one scenario I will explain now. See, this is the table name, employee, class name. I said HQL. See here, HQL. Yes, here HQL queries are written based on entity classes and their fields. HQL queries are not considered, but entity classes and fields are considered. It is right or not? Let's explore. So I'm changing E to small e. Control S. So let's run. What will happen? Run AL Spring Boot app. So it is failed. It is failed. Unknown entity exception. Unknown could not resolve root entity employee. So proved right case sensitive. Control Z, Control S. Proved right case sensitive. So another I will tell. See, in entity I'm commenting the toasting. So I just commented toasting. Let's see. It will print as code. So let's check it will printing as code or not. Conjure. See, we are not able to understand, right? It is the as code. Employee at the rate of some value. So let's stop the server. Let's uncomment. Control Z, Control S. So again run. Right click, run as Spring Boot app. See now values we are getting. So in this video, we are successfully understand HQL, select and insert, right, in Spring Boot. Easy way. Thank you for watching. For more videos, please subscribe to this video.